Welcome back, Indie Game Fanatics, to another first look video. In this one, we're going to be checking out Ixion. Ixion is an unrelenting city-building odyssey across the stars. As administrator of the Tiqqun, DOLOS prototype space station, you are tasked with balancing preservation and exploration as you manage infrastructure, resources, and crew. And you keep the flame of humanity alive in the cold dark. Ixion is developed by Bulwark Studios and published by Casito Games. And yeah, let's jump right into it. Got Journey, Default, Challenge, and Custom. As you guys probably know, I intentionally always choose the default setting because we are jumping into the game as a first-time player. The hull needs constant maintenance, your crew is demanding, accidents are frequent, and resources are limited. This sounds like hell. Let's see if I can even survive the full hour. Now, I did adjust the audio slightly, but one of the nice things I noticed in the settings was that the music was set to 70 as the baseline, and it was, a little bit louder than I wanted, but it wasn't blasting my ears off. And that's a common issue I come across when I load a game, and the volume will only be set to 50 instead of 100. It'll be at half of what the max volume is going to be, and I can't hear myself think because it's so loud. And I don't know why when developers do that with the audio settings, where they set it like the median is almost deafening. I don't know who the audience is for these sound settings. It's a constant criticism I have. This game, though, fantastic job. This is at music 70, what you're hearing on my end. Compared to other videos, it's at a good level. So, Casito Games presents Ixion. DOLOS AEC European Spaceport, Norway, July 13th, 2049. It's not that far in the future. Although I know Elon wants to start a civilization on Mars in 20 years from now. Highly unlikely, but... This is what, 25 years in the future?
Personnel are instructed to evacuate the launch pad.
Guys, I have this on low texture settings, so the artwork in this game is very nice. Because this is low texture. So they did some high texture artwork. It looks really good.
Tiqqun to approach.
The scale of this reminds me of the X series.
EMV Sharon, you have been assigned to Tiqqun Docking Bay.
If you like space games and you've never checked out the X series, I highly recommend it.
Shuttle EMV Sharon is now docked. Sector 1 empowered and pressurized. Munchie decontamination protocol online. Disembarkation authorized. Message to crew members. Welcome on board the Tiqqun, property of DOLOS Aerospace Engineering Corporation. You will soon be given your assignments, but until then, please continue to wait near the docking bay. We hope you have a productive voyage, and would like to thank you for your contribution towards humanity's future. Administrator, I am Eden, the personal assistant installed on board the Tiqqun. In accordance with the Munchie Protocol, I have been designed to take into consideration your complete psychological profile so that I may more accurately respond to any needs you may have. My primary purpose is to ensure the Tiqqun's automated systems function efficiently. I will keep track of the tasks that are necessary for you to fulfill your prerogative of reaching Proxima Centauri and carrying out field research, mining operations, manufacturing protocols, and DOLOS colonization tests.
Okay.
Administrator, I wanted to introduce you to your first tasks personally. I'm DOLOS' cryonic
Oh, shit.
Marduk Council member Giovanni Battista.
How do I get back to my... There we go.
Let's see.
Sector.
Your first objective will be to begin setting up essential infrastructure aboard the Tiqqun, meeting the environmental conditions that are required to support your crew. Having laid these foundations, you will then oversee the installation of the Vol engine and perform a short test jump to Proxima Centauri. Upon arrival, your research teams will carry out a brief survey of local space, gather a few rock and coal dust samples, fire up the colonization protocol, begin building the foundations for mankind's future, yada yada yada. And then you'll come back. Now, in order to achieve this, you'll need to familiarize yourself with the Tiqqun's core functions.
Why is this guy
It's no
eating
big
while
deal.
talking?
There's the production, stockpiling and distribution of resources, construction, balancing of power output with allocation. Oh, and space exploration, you know, setting out expeditions and all that. Basically, everything needed to establish scientific advancement and harmonious autonomy on board the Tiqqun following the first test of its Vol engine. Eden's gonna display and keep track of your main objectives. Oh, and Administrator, don't let the position go to your head. Veneer has insisted to center DOLOS' focus on the Tiqqun, but this mission is just in preparation for our next project, the Protagoras. The Marduk Council worked damn hard to pull this mission together ahead of schedule. So, toe the line, do as you're told, and bring the Tiqqun back in one piece. Leave the grand gestures and saving of mankind from ecosystemic destruction to us, okay? One last word of advice. We don't all think like Veneer DOLOS. As of yet, no human law has been officially established amongst the stars. That sounds like an opportunity knocking to me.
You sound like an extortionist to me. So, you know what this reminds me of? This gives me the vibes of, like, Frostpunk, but in space. So you're presented with a small area map initially, and you've got the resources already kind of, like, spaced out in your area, and you kind of got to build out from there, and, you know, get all the resources to work around the buildings to survive. And there's a lot of stuff to manage. So what am I supposed to be doing right now? Alright, features 3 different player views: interior, exterior, and planetary system map. Okay. Switch between views and navigation panel located at the bottom right corner, or just use the F keys. Rotate, zoom in, out, pan, interior, exterior, zoom in, out, rotate. And planetary system, pan, zoom in, out, rotate. Buildings are the core elements of a station that help you fulfill your crew's needs. They also transform, store, and transport the resources required for maintaining the station. Buildings have to be constructed. So you got a requirement cost, alloy, and some can also cost electronics, power consumption, and workers. Construction, placement, rotation, and access points. So buildings can be placed down as long as they do not overlap another building or road. Buildings must be rotated, or can be rotated with the R key. Buildings must be connected to a road. This is made possible by having at least one of their access point overlapping a road tile. Buildings can also be dismantled by clicking the corresponding icon here. Okay, assembly, building placed. When your building is placed, the construction process begins. Stockpiles will send resource transporters deliver the correct amount of alloy and electronics, then any active workers. Okay, roads. Roads can be built and destroyed by clicking the corresponding icons. So build, destroy. Accessible mechs workshops can be linked to the construction sites for the worker mechs to be able to reach them. And transporters, stockpiles need to be connected by road to an intended site for transporters to be able to remove and drop off resources. Sectors. Sectors. Unlocking that's right, we're in Sector 1. Even though you only have one sector available at the beginning, the Tiqqun station is divided into 6 different sectors. Sectors contain the constructible areas of the station. Each sector is independent and separated by a gateway. Sectors can be accessed by panning the camera left or right, or by directly clicking on the minimap located in the bottom left corner. Each sector has a constructible area of 1,680 tiles, 56 by 30. Resource management. The resource bar in the top of the screen shows resources available on the Tiqqun, which is the entire space station. The top numbers are total resources in all sectors. The bottom numbers are the current sector's resources. There's a button on the left. That's really interesting. Sector view. So each sector has a dedicated panel displaying information unique to that sector. Crew members, stability, work conditions, status, power consumption, batteries, available water. You can gain access to new sectors by manually overriding their lock algorithms. This process comes at a one-time cost of electronics. You'll also need to have the specified amount of food and alloy delivered to the gateway to support the sector's ongoing needs, as well as ensure you have enough workers available for the sector's primary operations. Unlocking new sectors increases the structural demands, raising its overall fragility and thus resulting in a higher hull depletion rate. Huh. So not only do you have to meet minimum requirements of resources to unlock the additional 5 sectors that are available on the station, but as you do so, you have a higher demand on hull depletion rate, so you gotta be able to maintain the resources needed to keep the hull from depleting too quickly. So minimap, you've got the different sectors, batteries. Battery charge is displayed in the inner section of the map. When the sector's battery bar is full, the batteries in said sector are completely charged. Okay, this inner part. Population. Living conditions of the crew directly impact stability, workers versus non-workers, starvation, homelessness. Primary cause of instability in the station is homelessness. Make sure crew members have quarters to live in. Sector information, station view, and transfer and migration logs. Time controls. Okay, those are very normal. So we've got power, total capacity 60, 14 being consumed, available 46. Power is provided to the station's solar panels and is used to empower every building on the station. We're in Sector 1. We've got 85 pop, 85 workers, 9 food meal. So iron in Sector and Station 0. So that's a problem. We need iron. But it looks like there's plenty of iron. You just need to be able to connect it from where our people are starting off, which has food, to these. So you have to kind of like connect the roads to reach these resources as you're building out. Okay, that makes sense. Alloy, carbon, polymer, silicon, electronics. How do I get more electronics? Hydrogen, waste, ice. Must be how you get water then. Ice can be found in asteroids. Once mined, it can be transformed into water by a fusion station. Huh. Cryonic pods. Contain survivors found during expeditions. Their occupants can later be awakened and added to the crew. Trust in it, the administrator. I got 53% trust. I'm doing good, guys. I'm doing good. We're winning this election. All integrity. Under 1,000. It's in 1,000 percentile. Balance per cycle. Hull depletion. Hull integrity will be affected by weather. Hull repair is disabled. Hull units are irreparable. Alright, so we got to build a workshop. So here we go. We've got the main mission now. Build a workshop. Allows for the construction of other buildings inside the by sending a mech to construction sites. And then their stockpile stores up to 100 units of a single resource. That is small. Alright, so we got to build a workshop. And we're probably going to want it connected to the initial area here. So are these other, like, you see these other arrows coming in on either side? Is those the gateways to the other sectors? I'm not quite sure. So I'm thinking of doing is, like, building it like this? Maybe just way in this back corner. Now we gotta build a stockpile. Put a stockpile right there. Okay. Set the stockpile to store alloys, so that way it starts. So I think it is these are all just like junk piles essentially. And so what it'll do is if I set it to stockpile to alloy, it'll start collecting them as I connect them. So you want to set it to alloy. Each stockpile can only store 100 units of a single resource. Now the other thing I want to do is, how do I build a road? Click the alloy icon above a supply to collect the resources, so I can do that. I need to collect 40 of it, so yes, I want to build a road. So we want to do a road from there to there. That'll connect these once it's built. There they are, collecting the alloy from these piles into the stockpile.
Administrator, I have established a connection with DOLOS's lead data scientist, Emma Klein.
Administrator, Mr. DOLOS has made it abundantly clear when it comes to security. Given the importance of the Tiqqun, we must have full control over what is happening inside the station. My name is Emma Klein, DOLOS's lead data scientist and member of the Marduk Council. My department have just completed final synchronization between Eden and our data treatment tool, the DLS. The DLS, or Data Listening System, is capable of scanning, recording, and parsing exchanges of any kind. The DLS programming that is a part of Eden will filter all data collected and bring to your attention only the most relevant information. It will also provide you with a condensed overview of any situations that may arise. and formulate potential future outcomes. It will permit you to give direct orders without having to go through additional unnecessary paperwork. Eden will then take care of everything via their DLS accreditation. As is often the case with tools produced by my department, I think you'll find that once you start using the DLS, you'll never be able to do without it. Oh, and before I let you go ahead and start writing history, Dr. Munshi, our lead medical expert, wanted me to bring to your attention a possible side effect of vol jumping. Whilst there's a correlation between prolonged space travel and the development of early onset dementia, he believes that a vol jump has the potential to accelerate this process, although this is yet to be proven. His recommendation is for you to immediately send any crew members that are exhibiting uncharacteristic or symptomatic behavior to an infirmary, as these facilities are equipped to treat the mind as well as the body.
Okay.
Remember that all of your actions and choices are being recorded by Eden. We are not affiliated with any national or even international organization. The only people that you are answerable to are those of us who sit on the Marduk Council, who represent the collective interests and ambitions of the company.
Administrator, a new request awaits your attention.
Resolve the event communal dining at the workshop in Sector 1. Administrator. I think she said Tiqqun crew members? I'm still not quite sure how to pronounce that exactly. Are currently unable to access food supplies. Protocols direct the construction of a mess hall. This building is designed to distribute food from our stockpiles to the crew. Guaranteeing access to food supplies would reaffirm your competency as an administrator. Ensure access to food. So, place down mess hall, construction site. Serves food for up to 500 crew members every 5 cycles. 50 food is used to serve 500 crew members. Alright. So I'm thinking of doing is building a road that way and doing this, but I don't think that's the best option. Maybe something like this would be better. Or maybe over here would be even better. Yeah, let's shove the mess hall up in the corner too. Alright, so space, we've got docking bay, constructs mining ships, cargo ships, and science ships. Can support up to 3 ships. Requires an adjacent wall. Whoa. So it has to be built on the exterior. But look at how much space this takes up. Holy crap. Couldn't have built it there anyways. I can build it out here once I clear this area. Interesting. Holds up to 15 crew members in limited quality accommodation infirmary. Capacity up to 15 crew members simultaneously. Alright, so we want to start placing some housing. I like the idea of housing on either side of here. Running a road up here. Why can't I seem to build more roads? There we go. So they're working on building the mess hall. I'm gonna end up destroying the roads here and rebuilding them. So they're building the mess hall right now. You get the mech over here working on it. What I could do is I could build another workshop if I wanted another mech for building faster. So I'm going to want to build a stockpile for food. Build a second stockpile. Haha, I've already done that. I feel good, guys. I'm figuring shit out. We also need more road. Otherwise, we can't grab these resources. What we'll end up doing is we'll temporarily build a road here, and we'll destroy that road and re-straighten it out after we take this alloy.
Administrator, I have an incoming transmission from Marduk Council Member Henry Bargeville.
Bonjour, Administrator. What a wonderful day to embrace our fate, don't you think? I'm Henri Bargeville, writer, philosopher, lobbyist, but most of all member of the Marduk Council. I have taken the liberty of personally arranging an exchange out of courtesy with the Oceanabi, a ship in high orbit belonging to one of our commercial allies, the Ashtangais. Even though they are a small organization, the Ashtangais are important partners who share the same pragmatic, moralistic, and spiritual outlook as we do. The Oceanabi will provide us with a source of food while carrying out the Tiqqun's initial testing. By making it the first exclusive trade partner of the Tiqqun, we will demonstrate to our long-term allies that DOLOS wishes for them to share in our successes. Please assign a cargo ship so that we can check the trade routines. Administrator, trust in genetic connectors. Self-similar space will reveal the pattern.
Okay. So space exploration. So I need to build a docking bay, but as we've already said, a docking bay requires a lot of space that we don't currently have. So what I'm working on doing is grabbing these resources so I can drop a docking bay over here. we go. What's this? Quarters. Some crew members are lacking quarters. During human history, unnecessary homelessness has always been an indicator of civilizational decay. Do not reproduce humanity's basic mistakes aboard the Tiqqun. Ensure all crew have quarters. Within 12 cycles, there are more pressing resources needed. Now, we'll get them quarters. I'm working on it. 15, 30, 45. We'll have 60 done here shortly. We've got 85 crew. So we just need 2 more housing to house them all. We'll just plan it out now. Once we're done pulling this this stuff, we'll have the resources required. And we'll be pulling a bunch of this iron shortly. So we are now building the dock. We're at 62% trust now. We'll need to build a tech lab at some point, but not quite yet. Speed up time a little bit. Right now, it's just a matter of them hauling all the iron from over here, which they're about to be out of. They gotta start pulling it from elsewhere. Alright. Let's fix that up. We can build that road. They'll keep pulling this iron, which will allow us to then fix this area. So, I'm an idiot. I'm an idiot. I didn't need to build another dock. I already had a dock that wasn't being actively used, so I just built another dock. It wasn't necessary. It's not that big of a deal. It's not the end of the day, guys. It's just funny. So I need to build a science and a cargo ship, which I have already. I collected the resource I needed for it anyways while I was clearing this. Honestly, not the worst thing I could have done. Could have been worse. Could have been worse. The annoying part of it only is just that it took us this long to get the crew quarters built. But we are going to finish it in time. There we go. How did we lose? We lost population. Apparently we got one guy in space too. But we lost workers. See if we can't connect these guys that are stranded over here. At least for now. Let's at least get this stuff all connected. So we have the Grail cargo ship. Ship can hold 30 resources. We're gonna want to hold food. I'm just connecting the rest of the scrap piles so we can pull them as needed. Resolve the moon event on the planetary system map. Summary of intelligence on the abandoned base. The base is out of commission. Auxiliary systems are operational and could be used to restore power, waiting for a science ship. Alright, so we need to send a science ship to the moon, is what this is telling me. There's also Saturn and Mars waiting for science ships, so let's science ship, go to the moon. Alright, that's kind of cool. Although I don't like visually the science ship came from the other side of Earth, even though it's supposed to be coming from our space station for some reason.
The science ship has arrived at its destination.
Alright, summary of intelligence on the abandoned base. The base is out of commission. Auxiliary systems are operational. Transmission from the Noble team. UN base, the abandoned depressurized. Surveillance system is still operational, awaiting orders. We can hack the surveillance system. Or dismantle the base. Science. Let's dismantle the base. Could be some useful stuff there. What do I do about my cargo ship? Tasks. Something about food. Hmm. Supply ship avoided. This is just a supply ship. It's just saying it exists. Okay. Get a mining ship going. Meanwhile, we can get the tech lab going. We'll intentionally grab these resources to replace. Alright, I'll set these ones at least. Oh. It's almost resolved. Going on back to the station. Ah, we completed the mining ship. The fusion mining ship. What do we want to mine?
A science ship team has completed a task.
Mine it all. Alright, so we got 30 iron and 90 science. I don't know. Science will be collected after event completion. Okay, so it's collecting the science. I'm building, and it wants me to build a tech lab, which I'm already doing back at the base. I'm on ya. I'm on it, game. I'm on it. We got our little mech working guy here building the science base, or the tech lab. Guys, I'm really, like, the game itself is playing smooth for me, but when I look over at my side screen at the recording, it doesn't look great. It looks very laggy and choppy. So I'm hoping that the actual recorded footage is a lot smoother than what I'm seeing. I really hope this video is usable. So the game itself, even on low texture, visually very pleasing, but also the gameplay loop. It very much reminds me of Frostpunk in its gameplay style, and I am loving it. So I hope that continues to be useful. We've only got 7 power left, so we need a way to create more power, which I'm guessing is something that we'll get from the tech lab. Whoa, what just happened?
Administrator, a new request awaits your attention.
Too much power. So here's the issue. Reports are being received relating to the optimization protocols on board. They indicate crew members are being overworked. Additional crew members will reduce the number of concurrently active workplaces. Bring the new workers from the Ursha Nabi on board.
Due to insufficient levels of electricity generation, Sector 1's power demand has overloaded.
Yeah, I'm getting rid of the other dock.
Teams recommend that you construct an external solar panel to boost overall electrical output.
An EVA airlock is required for exterior construction. Alright, this is cool. So we need an EVA airlock to be able to go outside. So that's what we'll research first. Because that'll allow us to make use of the additional solar panels. Construct probes used to explore planetary systems for resources and anomalies. Insect farm. Raise insects, converting them into food. One food after one cycle. Insect farming sounds like a great idea. But also there's all these things that you can get for each of these things. But they're all locked. No, wait. Research this one, please. This one will be researched next. There we go. Bring the remaining workers from the Ursha Nabi on board. How do I bring workers from the Ursha Nabi? Ah, I see. I see. Our cargo ship's gonna do it.
Administrator, I have an income.
And now we need more housing.
New transmission from DOLOS's head of medicine, Dr. Abhinav Munshi.
Greetings, Administrator. I'm Dr. Abhinav Munshi, DOLOS expert in compartmentalism and medicine, and a member of the Marduk Council. I'm glad to finally meet you, even in this digital manner. Your psychological test results were quite impressive. My friend and colleague, Philip Stanford, couldn't be here today, so I will take the role of introducing you to the final stages of the Vol engine integration. Before we get into that, however, we would like you to complete the testing station's exploration and enhancement capabilities. You'll then be able to begin researching the EVA airlock and assess its compatibility with the Tiqqun's core systems.
Oh, that's
I
cool.
hope that the work of our team will ensure that you're equipped to deal with most situations you encounter up there. Before I leave you, Stanford would like me to remind you that space is a far less fanciful and forgiving environment than science fiction would have us believe. It would be wise to remember that.
Okay. Like how I'm just like leaving this partially dismantled because we don't need the iron yet. Alright, so I'm just working on the EVA airlock so that we can construct more solar panels on the exterior of the building. And also, we should send our science ship to Mars or Saturn? Like Saturn's gonna be closer for now. It's a meal cycle. That's the oh my god, it's the EVA airlock's as big as the fucking cargo one was. And now I can't build it over there. So I have to build it over here, where the pathing doesn't really make total sense. But you know what? We're gonna build it right there. It's messing up with my beautiful grids, but oh well. It's because I misunderstood the cargo pod area. But this is only Sector 1, guys. Sector 1 can be a little messy. We gotta make the facility work.
A science ship has arrived at its destination.
Alright, what do we got on Saturn? A signature trace from an EKP system has been detected near Saturn. EKP technology is the exclusive property of DOLOS. The records indicate that the company has not deployed any missions to the sector. The signature will soon enter the atmosphere. Send a team to investigate or attempt to locate debris in orbit. EVA it up. Probe launch unavailable. We're working on researching that. What am I doing? Oh, because I can just straight up, once I have the Vol engine, I can just straight up move my whole space station. Holy crap. That's cool. Food is becoming a concern for me. So it's a good thing we're researching the insect stuff. Why does it want me to look at this map again? My only concern is, yeah, the power draw on the EVA center is high enough that it's going to put me back in a blackout. That's going to be problematic. how can we resolve this? We could turn off the power on the infirmary for now. Yeah, I'd guess up to 11, but we need 12 power. So I could turn off the stockpile for the this resource. And then we use the EVA to construct the solar panels, and then we can turn these things back on as needed. We'll have access to insect farms, but they take 5 power each. Oh, the reason we were running out of workers is because when we built like a mess hall, it took 5 workers from the pool of workers available. I get it. It's just because some of the buildings don't take workers out of the worker pool. Workshop takes 4. Workers required to run optimally. Okay. I think that just changes, yeah, how many workers you need minimum to operate. Alright, let's speed things up. We're 33 cycles in. We are burning through food.
A science ship team has completed a task.
So what happened? Prototype rocket sent by the UN seems to use a variation of EKP. We have stripped it down and recovered schematics, ready for 10 extraction. Alright. We got some science from there. Let's finish retrieving the science from there. So let's send our science ship over to Mars now. There's another mission it can do over there. We gotta get this EVA stuff sorted, or we'll run out of food. Alright, we're building it now that we've got all the resources. Like, it's pulling the resources from over there now. There we go. Now, can we move this over there? No, you can't move buildings like that. Full engine via the build panel in the external view, or build a section of solar panels. I need the solar panels. One small solar panel. Okay, so these are like potential areas to build the solar panels. You got small sets, engines, and external systems. Plus 40. Crap, that's inside of one of the stockpiles. I'm gonna have to turn this on to get access to that, right? What if we temporarily turn off this stockpile? Alright, 25% done. %. I'm not quite sure I understand what's going on there. But we're 71% done with the solar panel. Or no, we're not. It's weird.
A science ship has arrived at its destination.
Nice. Alright, what's going on over here at Mars? UN's established a facility on Mars. Its crew is currently to repair critical faults in their oxygen supply system. They have submitted an official request to DOLOS for aid. Oh, we can give them 20 iron. Hey, we got the solar panels running. So we're gonna quickly go in here, turn this on, turn this on. And we've still got plenty of power. We got 36 power available. Alright, we're good, we're good. We survived. We gotta finish implementation of the Vol system. That's what all this metal's going towards. Did we finish this? Resource in transit. Okay. We're working on it. I think they just left with the 20. Now they're bringing the metal over to the EVA hangar for the engine. Let's get a speed time up. Here's our cargo ship going with the required resources to help out at Mars event. Once this task is completed, guys, that is where we are gonna leave off with this gameplay. All the like debris, it looks like, or asteroids.
Team has completed a task.
All right, so we got 20 of this resource for it. Got 20 polymer. A cargo ship. Go collect the polymer. There you go. My science ship should come back to me. Check out the Urshinabi. All right. So they're working on the engine now. We've got power, or at least some more power. We are running out of food, though, so that's a problem. Not connected to a stockpile of enough food. So that's probably going to be the next issue that would have to be resolved, is I'd have to start constructing these insect farms in order to help with the food supply. Which I think is reasonable. Could be to do that, and then do that. But that's going to be it for this one, guys, for Ixion. This is definitely a city builder that I can get behind as something that is very interesting. I probably will end up playing this one a little bit in my free time, continuing with this playthrough, because this is a very cool concept. Visually a very beautiful game, and conceptually, when it comes to the resources, like, I want to learn about the use of the electronics, hydrogen, waste ice. Once you can start moving your whole station, I want to see how we can make use of that within the gameplay and unlocking the other sectors. So like being able to clear the gateway. To build the train station, you need to research the associated technology. So you have to unlock the tech, which the tech tree alone, like, you got all this stuff to research, but then also look at this. Even within, like, the science ship, it has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 upgrades that can be applied to it. I should have just looked right here. 0 of 10, 4 of upgrades on the mess hall, 3 upgrades on the hull. And that's not counting all the stuff in the tier trees, or research tiers, that we cannot access yet. So there is a lot in this game. Definitely worth the time. It's a very interesting concept. I think this game is pretty good, and I could recommend it, guys. But that's gonna be it for this one. I hope you all have a fantastic rest of your day, and I will see you again next time.